Hi, readers. Today we'll continue reading about our focus topic, the sun and us. Now, before we start reading our article a day, let's talk a little more about our focus word, tilts. So as we think of our focus word, tilts, we want to look at each picture or photograph and think if it's a good example of the word tilts. And if it's a good example, if we agree, we want to give a thumbs up. And readers, if we don't think it's a good example and we disagree, we want to give a thumbs down. All right, readers, are you ready? All right, take a look at this photograph. This is a photograph of the Eiffel Tower that is located in France. If you agree that it's a good example of the word tilts, give it thumbs up. If you disagree, give it thumbs down. Let's see your hands, readers. Right, this Eiffel Tower does not tilt. So we're going to disagree. How about this photograph? This is the Earth. Let's see your hands, readers. Do you agree that it's a good example of the word tilts, or do you disagree? Yeah, we see this line here, this imaginary line that shows that the Earth tilts. So we're going to put it in the agree column. Now take a look at this photograph. This is the Tower of Pisa. Let's see your hands. Do you agree that it's a good example of the word tilts, or do you disagree? Let's see those hands. Right, the Tower of Pisa is called the Leaning Tower of Pisa because it leans to one side. So it is a good example of the word tilts. Does anyone know what this is called? Right, that's the Empire State Building here in New York City. So is this a good example of our focus word, tilts? Let's see your hands. Right, we would disagree because it does not tilt. And what is this picture called? Does anyone know? So this top, do you agree or disagree if it's a good example of the word tilts? Let's see your hands. Yeah, readers, we can see that this top leans or tilts to one side. So it is a good example. So readers, now that we have sorted those photographs or pictures of our focus word tilts, we know what there are good examples of the focus word tilts and what are not good examples. So let's take a look at our article a day titled, Why Do We Have Summer? So read along with me as we read this text out loud together. Summer starts on the longest day of the year. We call that day the summer solstice. Summer days are warm and long. There is more sunlight. People spend more time outdoors. So here are our seasons: spring, summer, fall, and winter. And we can see that the summer season may look something like this. And we can also see that the arrow pointing to summer is longest because those are the longest days that we have more sunlight. Okay, which it says right here. So why do we have summer? Earth tilts as it travels around the sun. When Earth's northern half leans toward the sun, that part has summer. So we can see this northern half of Earth is leaning or tilting toward the sun. So that means that part of the Earth has summer. So let's continue reading about why we have summer. Summer starts in the northern half of Earth around June 21st. At that time, it is winter in the southern part of Earth. That is because the Earth's southern half is tilted away from the sun. So when this part of the Earth, the northern half, has summer because it's tilted towards the Earth, the southern half of the Earth has winter because it's tilted away from the sun. So readers, we've learned so much as we were reading this article a day. And here are some sentence frames that you can use to help you jot down what you learned from this article. Summer days are longer because there is more When Earth's northern half tilts toward the sun, that part has Or when the southern of Earth tilts away from the sun, that part of Earth has Pause the video now and jot down what you learned in your book of knowledge. After reading Why Do We Have Summer, I drew a picture of our sun. And when we have summer in the north, here's the United States because we are tilted towards the sun. And since we're tilted towards the sun, and when we have summer, the south part of the Earth has winter. So I used one of the sentence frames to write down something I learned. Summer days are longer because there is more sunshine when the northern part of Earth tilts toward the sun. So readers, we learned so much from our articles. Now it's time to take out our meaning mapper. Maybe you have a virtual meaning mapper or on a piece of paper. I'd like you to think about our focus word tilts. Remember, tilt means to lean to one side or slant, like a sailboat, like Earth. So what word did this focus word remind you of? And how can it connect to our focus word tilt or the other words on your meaning mapper? Pause the video now to add it to yours. So readers, as I was thinking about the information in our article, I was reminded by summer and winter. And I connected those two words to each other because when it's summer in one part of the Earth, it's winter in the other. And when it's summer in one half of the Earth, it's winter in the other. And those all connect to Earth. And the Earth that tilts to one side. Sometimes the Earth tilts closer to the sun and it's summer. Sometimes the Earth tilts away from the sun and that part of the world is winter. Thanks for reading about the sun and us. See you next time.